Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm in Chicago, and specifically I am in a neighborhood called Hyde Park, and I am in this amazing Airbnb that I got with a few of my friends. We came here for the Foo Fighters concert, and my friends drove down from Winnipeg and I flew in from Toronto, and I'm flying back in a couple hours, but I have some time still to kill, and I am, ta-da! Well, it's all cleaned up and we're all packed up, and I'm gonna give you a tour of where we are, and I'm gonna tell you about my trip. So we went to the Foo Fighters concert last night at Wrigley Field, and it was amazing. So a few weeks ago I saw them in Toronto. It was awesome. Saw them in last night. It was awesome again. So absolutely incredible. And you know, it was my 4th and 5th time seeing them this month in my life. I saw them 3 times when I was 18, 19, 18 or 20, and then again in my early 20s. But anyway, I remember the first time I was with my friend Conrad, and he reminds me about it all the time. So anyway, we are in this amazing Airbnb here in Chicago. It's in Hyde Park. So first thing I really like about it is the neighborhood. The neighborhood is, it's a nicer neighborhood. There was only a murder 8 blocks from here a couple weeks ago, so I'll take that. Considering I hear like lots of scary things about the state. So I'm always a little super leery when I come to the US about, you know, crime and stuff like that, and America. Afraid of America. But anyway, so this is the front door that you come in. And when you come in, I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you. Okay, so when you come in, like you've got this amazing, like, check this out. So we've been opening all these. We're looking for like treasures and stuff, but we haven't found anything, unfortunately. And that's just storage. But, so you come in from the front door, and you've got this like super spacious like living room, and then you've got like this humongous dining room. So there was 5 of us staying here. And check this out. So the neighborhood here, we're at Hyde Park Boulevard, and it says Drexel. I don't know if you can see that through the window. So Drexel Boulevard and Hyde Park Boulevard. And yeah, this place is huge. It's so big. It's got this amazing renovated kitchen. This building is older. Here, I'll give you just a view at the window here. The building is definitely older. It's a walk-up. We're in the penthouse. So we had to carry our bags up quite a few flights of stairs. But that's okay. Everything here in Chicago seems to be a walk-up. And it's got this amazing sort of architecture look. There's so many like Art Deco buildings and stuff like that. So anyway, I came through the kitchen and now I'm in a hallway. I don't know what that room is right there. But our Airbnb came with a laundry room, which was amazing. And this is the first of 3 bathrooms in this place, so that's good. It even has a nice shower. That's my stuff. Pay no attention to my stuff. Okay, so, oh yeah, and it comes with a gym for reals. Like, there's a little treadmill, there's a little weight machine, so you can get your workout on while you're gone. Guess what? I did not get my workout on for the past few days while I've been here. So this is one of the bedrooms here that Paul had. This was Paul's bedroom. So it's pretty big. And then we're gonna go for a little walk through this bathroom. So this is like the 90210 bathroom is what we call it. Because if you remember, Brandon and Brenda had to share a bathroom and they could walk through. And then this is another bedroom. This is where George stayed, down here. Going for a walk. And then we have another bedroom. This is where a couple of the girls stayed. Sabrina and Kara stayed in here. So this is another one. Check this out. So this is probably like a master bedroom. Hold on, I was gonna walk in closet. And this washroom is amazing. So this is totally the master bedroom. Like, this is just super good. Really awesome. And as we keep going through this Airbnb that never ends, going down the hallway. Okay, it looks like we're heading back to the living room, but ta-da! This is my bedroom. So I'm just finishing packing up. Check out this full-length mirror. I'm just finishing packing up, and I've got to take all my sheets off and get my passport and stuff going. But yeah, So this is where I spent the past couple nights, and because I'm like just turn around, because I was late. Late as in I flew in from Toronto on Sunday evening, and they'd been here since Friday. That I got the room that didn't have an ensuite bathroom. Wah wah. So I had to walk across the hall to use the bathroom. So anyway, I got here Sunday night, and I actually didn't get here till 9 o'clock because my flight was delayed. And then what I didn't know about when you come into the airport at Midway is when you're going to take a Lyft or an Uber, you have to go to this like passenger pickup area, and it's just insane. It just reminded me of something from like a different country. Well, I guess I am in a different country. The amount of people waiting there for their Lyfts and Ubers was something I was just surprised by. There was just so many people there, and it was this sort of weird like traffic, I don't know what to call it, and there was these traffic management authority people with their batons, and they're wearing outfits, and they're yelling at cars, and they're yelling at them to keep moving, and they're trying to pick up, and they're trying to load their passengers who ordered the Lyft and the Uber, but the people are yelling like keep moving, and don't stop here. It's like, well, where are you supposed to stop to pick up? Because the signs say, you know, like ride share program pickup. And yeah, it's literally like you had to like roll up, and you had to jump in the car like as fast as you can and then keep going. And there's 2 lanes of traffic, and so the outer lane is for people to keep on driving through, and then there's the one lane that you pull in, and there's just so much traffic that, you know, if you couldn't pull in to get a spot, you probably had to just keep driving around. I know that my driver ended up in one of those situations where he had to drive around, and so I was watching on the app, and I saw that he was doing the loop, and I called him. I'm like, oh, is there a problem? And, you know, how can we do this? And he was like, you know what, like, can you actually walk somewhere else? And I was like, okay. And he's like, what we're doing is highly illegal. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, I'm Canadian, you know, please don't get me arrested here. Like, I do want to go home. I don't want to be stuck in Chicago because I did something illegal in a traffic loop at Chicago's Midway Airport. But anyway, no, it turned out good. He picked me up, and yeah, so anyway, it was like 9 o'clock on Sunday. By the time I got here, 9 p.m. And I got here, my friends were like, they were waiting, and they're like ready to go. They're like, we're ready to go. I'm like, okay, let me just change my clothes and let's go. And yeah, we started out, gosh, we went downtown. So the place we're staying here in Hyde Park is not close to, it's not close to a whole heck of a lot. So while I like this neighborhood and I really love this Airbnb, we are paying a fortune to Lyft to go everywhere. So anytime we want to go to downtown, we want to go to the touristy things, we want to go to the, you know, the nightclubs, Wrigley Field, our Lyft bills are anywhere between like $10 to $30 to get anywhere where we want to go. So we're not close to anything. Minor drawback there. So Sunday night we went downtown. We went to like this place called like Miller's Pub or Tavern. We started there. We went to this blues club, and it looked so seedy, and the street seemed kind of questionable that we were on, but someone had recommended that we hit it up and we check it out. They said, you know, you want good blues music, you know, you want music until 1 o'clock in the morning, this is where you go. And we're like, okay. So that's where we went. And we happened to stumble into legendary blues musicians on stage. There was these they were old guys, okay? So there's like a couple old white dudes, and there's like this old black guy on bass. And, you know, we were like, what is this guy? Like 90 years old. And they were so good, and we're like, what is going on here? Like, who are these guys? So it turned out that the lead guitarist, or 2 of them, are like Grammy award-winning blues musicians, and they play like Sunday nights at this club together. It's just like a chance for them to get together and jam. And oh my God, like they were so good. And so yeah, it turns out that, you know, the 2 of them had won Grammys for for blues, and it was like, whoa, did we ever luck out there? So they played until like 1 in the morning. And then from there, we decided to go to a jazz club. So we went to this place called the Green Mill. It's a cocktail lounge, and it is the place where Al Capone used to hang, apparently. So it was open till 5, and they had music going till 3? 3. I want to say 3. About 3 o'clock. So anyway, yeah, we had music until 3. Guy's name was Joel Patterson, and he had a band up there, and like I like jazz. I like jazz a lot, and I like jazz in lounges and clubs, and it was really, 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 really good. Like it was good. Like, yeah. And then from there, we went to this place like Vienna Hut. We went to this like hot dog joint. And this place will forever be known to me as like hot dogs with a side of sexual harassment. And apparently that's just the way this place is, because I was so like, what? So you go up, you know, you try to order your hot dog, and he's like, and the guy who's there is calling the women like sweet tits, and what he called me like sweet nips, and I'm like, ooh, like don't do that, like that's so gross. And their thing there is like bitches don't pay. So that means the girl isn't supposed to pay whoever's there. And so I was there with George and one of the other girls with us, Kara, and they made George pay for our hot dogs and our bottles of water. So that's kind of funny. He's like, bitches don't pay here. So even when I went to go buy myself a bottle of water and I was taking money out of my wallet, he's like, he's like, what is going on here? Well, how many times do you have to be told, bitches don't pay? And he's like, you know, George, buy this girl a bottle of water. So, yeah, so, I mean, okay, so I get the concept. Great, you know, chivalry is not dead, but it's and apparently, you know, George and Kara had been there the night before, and they said there's a couple women working there. They said that they were even worse, like, in terms of, like, the guy who was there about what he was saying. So, yeah, this place will forever be immortalized to me as, you know, hot dog with a side of sexual harassment. So I don't know if I'll ever go back, to be honest with you. The hot dog didn't blow me away. It was just a hot dog. It was some, like, I don't know what kind of cheese it was, but it wasn't good cheese. And the bun was just like white bread with poppy seeds bun. So nothing exceptional. And yeah, so, and then I think we got here, it was just after 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, slept for a few hours, you know, got up, got showered, got cleaned, and then I went with George and our friend Paul. We went to the Museum of Science and Industry here because there's a big Pixar, Science Behind Pixar exhibit. So we went to that. That was the draw for us to go there, and we spent the afternoon there. We actually spent a few hours there. And then by the time we were done and then came back here and got changed and get ready, it was time for us, you know, to take a lift back into the downtown core because we were going to Wrigley Field. So we needed to get dinner and stuff like that. So Chicago is big. Like, I had not accounted into how large Chicago actually is. It's bigger than Toronto, I feel, in terms of like its downtown core. Yeah, like it's huge and it's spread out. So yeah, so by the time we got like back down, so we had our Lyft driver drop us off around like the area of Wrigley Field. Like, you couldn't drive there. Like, there's police barricades and block offs. Like, you could not drive into that area. So he dropped us off, and we just walked down and, you know, just hit one of the restaurants there so we could all eat and, you know, have a few drinks before we head in. And by the time we headed in to Wrigley Field, we didn't catch the first band that was on, but we caught the second band, which is the Breeders. So the Breeders have been around for like 20 years, and seeing them, I've never seen them play live before, and then they were opening for the Foo Fighters last night. So that was pretty amazing. So I've been in Chicago, not even for 48 hours. I didn't get to Millennium Park. So I didn't get to see the Bean. And I had mentioned like, oh, you know, maybe I'll get up today and go shopping. But I live in Toronto, so why would I want to go shopping in Chicago and pay the exchange rate? So there's no reason to do that. So I'm just going to be heading to the airport soon. And yeah, back to Toronto. So for those of you who tuned in, which there wasn't very many of you, thank you for taking the Airbnb tour and jumping in. And I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.